Hello, more Demon Bluff. Continuing on with Endless, we're at 107 now. We did actually get to 100 on stream. It was pretty cool. The game is really good. I thought I'd be moving on from it by now, but again, nothing new on Steam really has caught my eye. If you have any like cool indie game recommendations, please do let me know. I'd be down to try some stuff, or at least give it a look over. Right? Anyway. I did actually end up doing 7, not really on my own. I was recording and then I didn't realize that my microphone was muted. And believe it or not, I don't think that would make for a very good video of me wiggling my mouse at these characters and no audio. But, oh well. Anyway, let's get into the actual game. Pick a character. If evil picked, execute it. Unrevealed, good villager becomes a baker. Learn which villager you were. Pick 3 characters, learn a random outcast. Learn a good character in its role. Can't die. Learn how far a specific evil is from to another closest evil. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Villagers to the left and right of me are cured from corruption. Learn how many you cured. Good villagers corrupted. Pick a character. Learn if it's corrupted. Learn an evil character. Register as evil minion. This is if you execute. One villager becomes an outcast role. Sit next to it. Lie in disguise. And then at night, kill an unrevealed character. Each time we reveal a card, it ticks forward. That's a lot of stuff for our first game, isn't it? Alright, we have 2 outcasts because this guy is going to add 1. Luckily, all our outcasts are revealed, although we do have Lilith, so we're not actually guaranteed. Like, if we see Wretch, Plague Doctor, one of the killed characters could just be a Bombardier, and then the Plague Doctor is fake. That's a little scary. Anyway, reveal order, I want to try and find Baker, and ideally Lilith before she kills a bunch of people. If I was a real Bombardier. Seems true. Well, maybe not. Okay, well, I know you're for sure good. Which means one of you 2 is evil, right? We should only have 2 outcasts total. 1 outcast, then plus 1 from you. 3 cards away from closest evil. Okay. Can't die. Is there any corruption? There is potentially from Plague Doctor, so I don't want to just stab Knight immediately. I don't know. What if this is Plague Doctor and then there's... Can that happen? It could be like both Bombardiers, I guess. I don't know if that can happen actually. But if you kill Knight while they're corrupted, they deal 9 damage, so I would just lose instantly. It's a little scary is all. Random outcast. I mean, I guess I could check these, right? Assuming you're good. Okay. I think this has to be a lie. Is that right? Okay, because like the counselor has to be next. I mean, I don't know. Again, maybe Plague Doctor is one of these. I think one of these Bombardiers has to be real. I'm not sure if that's how it works necessarily, but I think one of them has to be real. Maybe. I don't know. For the sake of my sanity, I'll assume one of them is real and one is fake. So that means the counselor has to be here or here. And then also one of these is fake. If counselor was here, this is our real Bombardier. This is our fake. Oh wait, sorry. If this was counselor... Hold on. If this was counselor, this would have to be our fake. You're real? I guess it could be like that, actually. It could be like that. Oh, hold on. I was saying it can't possibly be true. Let's check that, actually. Okay. So you're evil. You're counselor? It could be like that also. Okay. Never mind what I said. Learn a random outcast among them. We could just check with Druid, potentially. You could just be evil, though. Evils are not adjacent to each other. I think this is for sure a lie, because one of these is fake, and you're next to Wretch, who registers the evil. So that's a lie. I don't know, if you're good... You're good. Counselor, evil. This is our remaining lie. So Druid is good in this situation. Does it change if you're evil? I don't think it changes if you're evil. No. Okay. Let's think about Scout maybe in this situation where you're telling the truth. Lilith would... They can't be Bombardier. And this would be our counselor. 3 cards away, 1, 2, 3. That is true. I do think this means we can probably stab Knight, by the way, assuming this isn't Plague Doctor. I'm just scared, man. What if it is? Okay, what about the other situation where these are both true, evil, 3 cards away? If you were the evil remaining, that is true, right? So I think you have to be telling the truth, and then it's like this. And we can check that with Druid, because I'm pretty sure Druid's chill. There's a Bombardier. Okay. It's just scary. What if I'm wrong? I guess I should start with you, right? Okay. So you're not the real Bombardier. Guaranteed. I'm just so scared of executing Bombardiers. And then evil is not adjacent is a lie. Yeah. Okay. So what were you? You were corrupted somehow. Ow. Oh, wait. No, this is just Alchemist, and that's where the corruption text comes from. And then this was our Baker. Rest in peace. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure those unrevealed cards couldn't be Plague Doctor, but I don't know that for sure. Okay. Pick an evil character. If evil, execute it. Learn a good character. Learn how far from your nearest evil is. Pick one character. Learn if they're lying. Disguise as a good villager currently in play. Random villager becomes a puppet if possible. Evil but cannot lie. And then a fake outcast. And this already adds a fake outcast, by the way. So 2 of these outcasts are not actually in this game. And then reveal order doesn't matter. True. Okay, so based on the fact that we're not seeing Bombardier Wretch, it has to be a doppelganger here. So where's our pairs? We have a pair here and a pair here. Okay. Number 2 is good. Let's start with assuming you're telling the truth. This would be our doppelganger pair. One of you 2 is evil. We could just send them after each other. 1 card away. That would make you evil then. And then we can check with Druid, right? Back check that. I don't hate that. Sure. Should come up with a doppelganger. Okay. You're evil. You're just another evil? Weird. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I expected from that. No. Okay, well. Let's backtrack. Because this is our good pair. This is a lie. Truth. Lying. And there's no corruption, so you have to be evil. Okay, so you're actually telling the truth. Which means you're good. You could be puppet, and then you're evil. Like you have... Yeah, okay. I think that's just it then, right? How else would it be? I don't think it can be anything else. Puppet had to have gone here because this is a lie. Or sorry, yeah. And then this is our lie, and there's nothing else. This is true. This guy has to be in the clear because of how Doppelganger works. They only copy good villagers. And there's no corruption. This is true. Okay. Just scary is all. We're on 110th Street. I'm nervous. Anyway. Let's see. Learn how many evils you're adjacent to. One of two characters' specific minion role. Evil or corrupted, I am dizzy. Random info. Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted. Can't reveal last card. That's all new. Okay. Puka. Let's see. Let's see. We have a witch. That's what reveal order matters. Okay. I am dizzy. I'd love to just stab you, but what if? What if it's like Puka? It's like that, maybe. 97 is a witch. Okay. Well, I found our outcast, so it's not Plague Doctor. That's nice. Two evils adjacent to me. Okay. But you're good, for sure. And if you're good, that means, you know, Puka has to be exactly these two characters, right? This has to be Puka. Do you like my art? Because you cured 0, and you're telling the truth, right? If they say they cured 0, they're always telling the truth. So it can't be like Puka here, corruption, because then you would have cured something, right? Yeah, okay. So one of these two is Puka, which means they're both lies, of course. I'm betting on it being lover. I think that's probably how it is. Okay. And then this is a lie, of course. Yeah, if this is our Puka, that means you have to be a minion, right? Because there's no other corruption at play. Yeah. Okay. Not the witch, sadly. I don't know, I'm betting on it being you. You could be like witch, and then this is Puka. It could be like that, potentially. But then you don't make sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're just Puka. How else would it be? Okay. The 9 or 7 is a witch. We could just check with Fortune Teller, right? Learn if any of them are evil. We can just go with Wretch Minion, or I don't know. I guess we should go with Puka Minion. Not that there's a difference. Who cares? But you should say false if you're lying. True. So you're telling the truth, actually, and you're evil. Okay. What? Am I missing something? What happened? Oh, Architect is the witch. Right? 1 or 6 evil. True. That is the truth. So you're the witch? Weird. Okay. Sure. How else would it be? Yeah. Okay. I didn't expect that. Cool. Who's this last card? Poet. Alright. Anyone new? Learn the characters, one's evil. Anyone else? Pick a character, learn if they're lying. Everyone else we've seen before. Alright. Reveal order does matter. There's a Baker and a Lilith. Hey, Baker. 2 Baker? Oh, so it's a doppelganger, I think is what's happening. Because they can't lie and say that they're the original. Okay. Weird. Don't you dare kill my bakers. Fuck, where's the bakers, man? I was a baker? Huh? Curious. 1 is evil out of 3, 8, 5. Outcast, minion, villager. I mean, this is our doppelganger, right? you're telling the truth. No evil's adjacent to me. Let's assume you're telling the truth. This is our doppelganger. What are you? You're just a puppet? Puppeteer? Yeah, you're just copying the bakers. Okay. Then you'd be good, remaining evil out of these. What? That doesn't make sense. If you were telling the truth, then you would be evil, but how does that make sense? Oh, you know what? Because this is puppeteer and this is puppet. Huh. Lying. What? That's not what I thought it was at all. What? Excuse me? What? Well, what are you then? Are you Lilith? This can't happen though, right? Because you have to be unique. What are you? There's no corruption. And this is our minion. How else can this be? What? Are you Lilith? How? Always disguised as unique villager. We have a baker, then a doppelganger. What? I mean, you're telling the truth. I don't know. I feel like it has to be you, but it doesn't make sense anymore. I don't get it. What? How else does it make sense? I don't think it can. It doesn't work. It could be... No? I was so certain this was it. Now I'm very confused. What? What? I'm actually so lost. What do you mean? Oh. I'm... What? I think I get it. I think I know what happened. Question mark? You turned you into a baker and then it happened again? Is that what happened? I mean, this is a lie and this is actually our doppelganger, right? Good. This is our doppelganger. All of these are villagers. You're lying, right? How else would this make sense? Yeah. That's really weird. And then you're a puppet. That's so odd. Yeah, I think turned a villager into a baker and then just did it again. That's so weird. Okay, well, I'll take it. How? My brain hurts after that, man. Weird. Anyway, let's move on. Does the reveal order matter? No. Finally, we can just click. Okay, well, no, we should have 2 outcasts, but one of these 2 is fake, right? Do we have any duplicates? No? Judge, Jester, Dreamer, Lover, Gemcrafter, Fortune Teller, yeah. Politics is good. You're backing you up, which would mean you're evil. I don't like when they back each other up. It feels scary. But the other way wouldn't make sense, right? Yeah, okay. Let's say you're evil and you're evil. I guess the lie could be that it's just one evil adjacent, right? And actually it's two. That feels like a pretty terrible lie, though. I think you two are good and Plague Doctor's real. We can actually just test Plague Doctor, right? That guy can't be corrupted, I'm afraid. Die. Okay. I mean, you could be Puppet. You're saying you're good, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is our Puppet. And then we can test Dreamer. Could be Ba. Nonsense. Hold on. Is there any corruption? No. Stab. Huh. I think you could be Ba. Interesting. Okay, so that means you're good. And then we can use Fortune Teller on like you and you. True. Well, this has been a pretty easy game, hasn't it? A lot simpler than the other one. Alright. There's a baker. Otherwise, reveal orders doesn't matter. No evil adjacent? Where are you? Hell yeah. I don't know why I like this character so much. They're just fun. I like watching the entire board become Baker. Okay. So you should be Baker. Otherwise, something's up. Oh, you could just be our outcast. Please don't be Wretch. I mean, it's kind of pointing to you, man. It could be our drunk. Maybe, right? These are all good. Thinking about this. If this is the truth, I guess this could be our drunk, and then you are no, you would have been revealed by you. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely something's wrong with you. If lies, all characters in info are villagers. Are you the drunk? No, that doesn't make sense. So you have to be telling the truth, right? Because you're pointing to yourself. You can't be like evil. No, this could be like Puka, right? This is Puka, you're corrupted. You're corrupted? Weird. I mean, I'm pretty sure something's wrong with you. Here, you want to just test it real quick? True? Die. Okay. Yeah, that is what is going on. Cool, though. So, none of these are the drunk, also importantly. Alright, and then we've got a shaman remaining. What was our original duplicate? I guess this is probably the duplicate, but now they have to lie because of Puka. Because shaman made... Sorry, I don't know if I've read shaman this video. 2 same villager roles in current village, and they're both good. Unless they're corrupted, right? Yeah, you were probably the duplicate, right? Druid, baker, sorry. Druid, knitter, hunter, architect, lover, bishop. Yeah, none of those are duplicates. You were probably the duplicate. So we don't get anything out of shaman, unfortunately. No evils adjacent. This could be a lie if... No, it couldn't. This has to be true. No, you could be drunk and then you're evil, right? Does this ever make sense? I feel like it's shaman, you're drunk, you're telling the truth. And then your lie is that it's actually supposed to be like equal, I guess. See, it could be like evil here. You would have to be lying. That also works. So it's just a question of where the drunk is. And I think the only real way to figure it out is just stab. right? It's either like this or it's like evil here. Hold on, does this ever make sense? This would be true. You could be drunk. Yeah, it's just a question of where, right? Where is the drunk? Where is the evil? And we can just stab. I'm just trying to see if you can possibly figure it out beforehand. Let's see. This doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to figure out, like, is there a spot where it's more likely where the drunk is? Drunk here, drunk here. No, drunk here doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm sure you can figure it out if you want. I'm gonna stab. Who do I think looks more killable? Hold on. Drunk here. Doesn't make sense. Drunk here. I think there's... I don't know. Stab. Okay. You're real. So if you're real, then it's you. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is there a way to figure that one out? I guess you could realize that this is probably Puka. I don't know if you have a guaranteed way of knowing, but then you could use this ability to figure it out, maybe. Yeah, one card away, you're not corrupted. Die. Okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of characters. Is anyone new? Bard. Learn how far you are from closest corrupted character. Learn how far specifically evil is to another closest evil. Reveal order doesn't matter though. That's nice, I guess. It's something. Okay. So first off, where's our duplicates? We have a duplicate here. Is that it? No, we have a duplicate knight. Anything else? So we have a shaman. One of these pairs is good. Probably. They could be corrupted, right? Probably not actually. It could be drunk and then our Bombardier is fake. For the sake of my sanity, I'd like to assume that isn't true. Okay. Cards away from corrupted character. The only way that there would be corruption is if we have a drunk or a plague doctor, but that's obviously not happening. So we'll assume that's a lie. Please. Please don't be true. One card away from corrupted character. These would both... Oh, fuck. What if you're the drunk? Oh, man. How else would it be? It is one card away, and 9 is real Bombardier. We've got a lot of... Excuse me. A lot of people kind of pointing at the Bombardier being real. And you're pointing to yourself, actually. All characters in my info are villagers. Oh. So this has to... Okay. There's no drunk. Thank God. Yeah, great. So if you're pointing to yourself, everyone has to be a villager if you were lying. So if you were evil, it doesn't make sense. And if you were drunk, it doesn't make sense. And there's no other corruption otherwise. Okay. So you are real. And these two are for sure lies. Is that right? I believe that's right. So then you're just evil. Which means you two are evil and you're trying to cover up for it. That seems true. Sure. Let's get stabbing. Well, I don't know. We can use Druid real quick, right? I don't know. Here, here, and here. There's a wretch. I don't think there's a wretch, but what the fuck? There is a drunk. How? What? Am I losing my mind? What? Oh, you're the minion. God, I hate this character. Yeah, so this is still true, but you're the evil, which means you're evil. And also probably that you're evil, because this is our good pair still. Right? There's no way this is like, because if you're lying, you would be evil. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay. So you're the evil then. It has to be. And if wait. Yeah, okay. What a stupid twist. I hate this guy so much. It has to be you. I'm just scared to kill Bombardier. Like, it physically cannot be. Yeah, okay. Just get him out of here. And then get you out of here. And then... I mean, there's no way the knights could be corrupted, right? Is that true? It seems true. No corruption from any of you besides drunk. So we could just stab test the knights. Okay, what if there was somehow a freak accident? But they're both good, which means this is a lie. Okay. Well, we found it. It's just in the really, really weird way that no one expects. Alright, anyone new here? Dreamer learned an evil role. If evil picked learn correct info. I don't think we've seen you today. Reveal order does not matter. Go crazy. Well, here's our wretch. We should only have... Actually, we should have 3 outcasts. Weird. Because we have 2 and then you're adding 1. It's all outcasts today. Okay, well, you're pointing to yourself again, which means you are... I don't know, could possibly be corrupted, but there's no way that would happen. No, you could... It could be Plague Doctor, but we can just check with Plague Doctor then, right? You're good. I'm thinking you're probably Confessor then, and we don't have a doppelganger. I think I like that. Oh, we can do the cabbage check, right? If not lying, wretch looks like a cabbage. Huh. So we do have a doppelganger. Strange. So what is going on with you? What happened? Oh, fuck. Do we have a drunk? That could happen. But you're probably just Plague Doctor corrupted. You are corrupted. 3 is evil. Okay, I think I like that. And then you're our remaining evil. It's just scary, and I don't like it. But you have to be, because these 2 are good. Yeah, you were just corrupted. There's no other way it would be. Stop making me kill these bombardiers. It's terrifying. Okay. I think we'll go to 20. Anyway. No one knew. Just Buka. Okay. Any bakers? No. Okay. So you're for sure good. 3 cards away from corrupted character. That can't make sense, right? Because if this was Puka, yeah, it'd be right there. Yeah, okay. It just can't make sense. So that's a lie. I'm betting it's probably this. We'll see. No evils are not adjacent to each other. That's true. 2 cards away from closest evil. That would be true in that case. And then I don't know, we could check Druid. Importantly, Wretch does not appear as an outcast, so you should say that there's no outcasts. No outcasts? I think I like this. We could check with Jester now. See if you're also lying. 1 evil? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Goodbye. What happened? What? Okay, let's backtrack. They could be next to each other, but then how are you? It's like this? Oh, and then this is true. I'm sorry for doubting you, Bard. Oh, I think it's like this. Oh, you know what? He was telling the truth. And I doubted that guy. Evils are not adjacent to each other, but they are because wretch counts as an evil. Okay, okay. How else would you possibly solve this? No evils adjacent to me. That's true. So you two have to be good. I think I like this solution. How else would it be? This is true. Yeah. Okay. Got confused for a second there. What is this? Puka, counselor. There's a baker. Where is she? Where is she? Man, not the baker. No. This sucks, man. Okay. We actually have 3 outcasts here again. Let's see, we have a pair here and a pair here. So one of those is our doppelganger, for sure. And then these 2 are real. Guaranteed. Yeah, okay. Closest evil is this way. Puka is 3 cards away from closest evil. Okay, well, let's try and place our counselor down. It's either here or here. Or potentially here or here. There are no corrupted characters. We have a plague doctor, so that doesn't make sense. This is a lie. Only 1 pair of evil. Maybe true. I feel like this is a lie. I don't. Can this be? How could this possibly be? You're lying. Hold on. I don't know. You put like counselor here, right? 3 cards away would put Puka here. 3 cards away would put Puka here. I guess it could be. No, can't be that. So it could be like this though. It could. But then what's up with you? Yeah, you don't. This doesn't make sense anymore. I feel like these 2 are lying, but I haven't thought about it too terribly hard. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use Plague Doctor on you. Not corrupted. Die. Okay. Well, we found our counselor. So if this is true, 3 cards away would have to be Puka here or 3 cards away Puka here. I think I like this. This might be it, actually. Maybe you are telling the truth after all, because this is no longer a doppelganger pair, right? This is our doppelganger pair. There's only 1 pair of evil. How does that work? That doesn't make sense. Oh, this was our Plague Doctor corruption. Right, okay. I think this is it. Cool. Alright, 2 more. Reveal order doesn't matter. I'm dizzy. Closest evil is clockwise, clockwise. Is there a Bombardier? There could just be a doppelganger between these 2. That's our only duplicate. Could be. But I'd like to figure out if one of these 2 is possibly evil. I feel like you could be evil pretty easily, and then this is... Actually, is there any corruption? Hold on. There's Puka. Okay, you could just be corrupted. Let's not be too hasty. I think my current theory is Puka corrupted. So you don't point to Puka. 2 cards away would have to be a lie. So this is our shaman. Oh wait, because we have a shaman, there is no... Yeah, sorry, we have a guaranteed pair of good villagers anyway because of shaman. So there's actually no way that there's a doppelganger here to begin with. Okay, I think I like this. I don't know if any of them are evil. I don't know. Bombardier, you? True. Puka. Okay. And then you should, you know, shaman. Yeah, okay. Cool. We have Baker. That's the only review order that matters. Real Knight. Don't want to see it. 4, 5. No. Oh man. I hate it here. Well, let's see. Do we have any pairs? Baker, Knight, Medium, Oracle, Bombardier, Alchemist, Knitter, Enlightened Wretch. No pairs. There's no possibility of a doppelganger, and we have 2 outcasts. So these 2 are for sure good, right? Evil's clockwise. That's probably true unless this is evil and this is evil, and the lie that it's actually equidistant. Possibly, right? There's a lot of corruption going on. We've got a poisoner and Puka. Is real Knight. You want to test that theory? We could. Only 1 pair of evil. What if it is this? Oh, but then what's up with you? You make no sense. Okay, never mind. I was like 1 pair of evil and the lie is that it's 3 in a row. Okay. So it would have to be like this then, right? Yeah, could be like that. Potentially. And then this would have to be Puka then, right? And then one of these, this is probably poisoner, this is corrupted. I think I like this. That seems okay, honestly. 4 or 5. One of you 2 anyway. But this is the only way it makes sense, right? No, not necessarily. If you're Puka, you'd point up here anyway. So it could be either way, actually. For Puka down here. I just like this way because then she's using her full ability, but she could just not, right? It could totally just be like this. Okay. It could... Hold on. It could be like Puka... What do I think about Puka up here, actually? And then corrupted. Oh, wait. You're saying poisoner. That part is important, isn't it? So it's like this, then. If you're telling the truth, right? I think it could be like this. We could just test Knight. It's not like it really matters if I take 9 damage or 5, right? I still get 2 fuck-ups either way. I'm kind of down to kill Alchemist because I hate him with every fiber of my being. Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright, last one. We've done like, what, 13 today? I'm getting a lot faster at these. Let's try not to fuck up at the last one. Reveal order doesn't matter. Okay. So we should have 2 outcasts. We have 4. Okay. I think it's the Bombardier. One of these Bombardiers is real. We can check Plague Doctor real quick. You're corrupted. That can't happen, man. Get him out of here. Okay, well, if you were sitting next to you, that means you're the good one and you're evil. That also means you're lying. Random outcast. We could check you. Wretch does not show up as an outcast. We could go like Wretch, you, Bombardier, so you're good. One is evil out of these. If you were telling the truth, it would be Knight. So it's like Poisoner, you're corrupted, you're Ba. What's up with you then? You don't make sense. Hold on. Because you're lying. Hold on. I mean, this has to be Poisoner, right? Because Ba won't disguise... Sorry, demons, rather, won't disguise as outcasts. I guess Knight doesn't... Yeah, it's probably just this then. This is Ba. This is corrupted. Knight is just chill. Oh, sorry. I forgot that you were pointing to number 8. Yeah, okay. So you're telling the truth. Okay. sorry. Okay. This is it. I'm terrified of killing Bombardiers, man. It's so scary. And then we can just stab Knight for free, for fun, as like a little prank. Yippee. I'm so terrified. It has to be them. I'm an outcast. Like, impossible, right? You know what? I'm not taking my chances. Corrupted? Okay, kill him. I'm not taking my chances, man. It's too scary. We're on 121 villages saved. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end things off there. I'm getting pretty quick at this, and usually correct. We can make one mistake as a treat. Anyway, this might be the last demon video, question mark. I will look around for some other variety stuff, because again, I feel like I've kind of done everything in this game by this point, but we'll see. I'm having fun still. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. See ya.